Hello, how are you friends? I am Orkuburi, the collector, and today we will open the chest of memories. Hello, how are you friends? As I mentioned, today we will do the unboxing of a piece that is very nostalgic for me. I really saw it when I was very young, and I almost don't remember this cartoon that you can see, which is the Samurai Pizza Cat. I have this piece of Yataro, which in collection with all the other series we watched when we were younger or smaller. You might remember Dragon Quest, which was the adventures of Fly, which ended in the manga, but not in the anime. You might have seen the Falcons, Galactic Falcons, the Thundercats, or after Dragon Ball, how the other Dragon Ball Z cartoons followed all the anime that came out. Well, now I'm going to bring out a piece that I had kept very well because I didn't want to open it. But I'm going to do it for you. They are the Samurai Cats. Oh yes, who do you call if you want an appetite? The Samurai Cats. Sasuke, who do we call? To fight? Crime? Speedy is the leader who will swiftly come to fight. Indeed, he's a good fighter, and also a glutton. The lovely polyester who will never fear. That's me. Joins the battle, always against evil. And Kido, a great warrior, romantic and brave. Love, love, love. Blessed with impurities if the law is broken. They are the Samurai Cats, and you'll see. And to do the unboxing of our figure, we will have to remove a first layer of protection that the box has, which, if you notice, this box has texture and some colors that are blue, which reflect nicely with the light. I will leave it here so you can appreciate Yatoru, who was our cat. In the cartoon already translated into Spanish, or rather dubbed into Spanish, he was Speedy, Ceviche. So this cat that we are going to assemble comes with its full armor. Some will remember the cartoon, others like me remember it a little more vaguely. Here we have another part, and here is obviously Speedy with his weapons. And here we only have the bird. So let's open the figure to see the contents of all the pieces, because as you can see, it even comes with different faces to put on. So let's open our Speedy. Let's open our figure to see the contents. We need to open it carefully. It reminds me a little of how the Saint Seiya boxes are structured. If you notice, our figure comes in layers. The first thing we find are the instructions, obviously on how we are going to assemble our figure, and we have 4 levels for our character. If you notice, there are faces here, and you can change both the facial part for expressions and the eyes, and it obviously comes with its base, which we will disassemble little by little to be able to place your figure. And inside there's nothing else, no art, nothing. So let's get rid of the box a little to maneuver better. Let's open here, as they say, our instructions, which is our, let's say, manual to assemble our Speedy. And if you notice, here are the instructions for the contents of the pieces, obviously, so you don't make a mistake. But if you notice, the names are in Japanese. I brought this back from a trip I took to Japan, and I brought it in my suitcase. Obviously, I couldn't leave it there. Just like I have a Hanamichi Sakuragi from Slam Dunk signed by Renee. Obviously, Renee is the one who voices Vegeta and Hanamichi Sakuragi. So I said, these 2 pieces have to be in my collection. Once I briefly disassembled these parts of our figure, here we can find our Speedy. I'll tell you the name in Japanese right now because it's here. It's the Samurai Pizza Cat. Obviously white. He is accompanied by a pink Samurai Pizza Cat and a blue Samurai Pizza Cat. They had in this case, he has his a bird, which if we open our instructions, it tells us that he was called Toritsu-kun, and this was Yatoru. So these are the names that the Samurai Pizza Cats have in Japanese, which, yes, over there, I mean, they are also known as Samurai Pizza Cats. And obviously, we have the possibility with our figure to assemble it. If you notice, it already comes assembled. Or Here it says to do a power up, to put the pieces together to reach the final version of our of our samurai pizza cat. Let's move this piece a little over here. I don't want to assemble the bird, but rather fully complete our samurai cat, the power up. So let's remove this here. I'm going to take out the figure, obviously, so you can see it, get a little closer look, and appreciate all the details. Here is our samurai pizza cat. Obviously, here it has its tiara, which is part of the helmet, the ears, and at the back, it has the tail. Obviously, this was the cat that was the leader. I don't remember much anymore, but this was the leader of the samurai pizza cats, and it is a fully articulated figure. You can see all the parts of the body, despite being a small piece, can be moved. The helmet will need to be removed and replaced with these parts, and the wings of this bird that he had in order to achieve his full power up. So let's start assembling our power up for this samurai pizza cat, Speedy. The Samurai Pizza Cat is an anime series produced in 1990 that was made in Japan by the Tatsunoko company. There is a legend, which is the legend of the Ninja Castellande. This was a quirk that Speedy had. It was introduced to the Western audience in 1991 with a total of 52 episodes. If you want to watch them, I recommend it. While assembling this little figure, honestly, it made me want to do it. And as a fun fact, when the rights were purchased to dub it into English, the voice actors and producers decided to add their own script, slightly changing the style of this anime. If you want to know all the characters, I'll tell you briefly. The one we are assembling is Speedy Ceviche, who is the hero of the cartoon. There's Polyester, there's Guido Anchovy, and of course there was one called the Big Cheese. As for everything else, well, there were many secondary characters that could be in the series. I recommend you watch it. This is something that's super cool. There was Batcat, Cat-O-Lantern, and then they started adding a bunch more characters until they reached Emperor Fred and Princess Violet. Watch it. This figure is truly impressive. If you notice, we can also embed the bird part at the back. And obviously, this is how we assemble our Samurai Pizza Cat. Once we finish assembling this first version of our figure, I say first because you have several options. You can leave it as the little figure originally came. Here, as it was introduced, this is the power-up version. Obviously, I left the original chest piece on it. You can put on the second chest piece, which is the one that comes here. And obviously, you can decide to change the hands so it can hold both swords. The swords are on this side. If you notice, on the swords are like this, so you can obviously change the hands so Speedy can hold them. Or simply leave it on its base, posed, to be like this. You can also assemble. I don't know what type of bird it is. The name is here. If you know what type of bird it was, put it in the comments. I mean, honestly, I was too young when I got to watch this series. It's great. It's short, 52 episodes versus the 900 that One Piece has, or the 600 I imagine Naruto must have, or maybe Bleach also has something like 500. These are series that are super long, 52 episodes you can finish in a weekend. The figurine is impressive. If you look, here are the wings that attach to the armor. It's obviously on our base. The helmet is modified. Obviously, you have to remove a part so it can be embedded. And the head is changed for what purpose? So that instead of having the face of this little cat, it becomes the face of the robot. Because as I remember, they would get into that robot and that's how they saved the city, or Little Tokyo. So I hope you love this figure. For me, it's superbly articulated. Despite being from 1990, this figure is a bit more modern, and as I said, completely articulated. It's not like the old Knights of the Zodiac where everything would just sit there and sometimes fall off, but this one has some parts that fit together, particularly so that Speedy's shoulder pads don't fall off. And that's how our figure from this unboxing ends up assembled. And if you remember any series that we might call vintage, leave it in the comments. I love this Samurai Pizza Cats one. I remember enjoying it a lot. I also remember the Thundercats. My parents, especially my mom, would buy me the nunchucks. That had the weapons there, obviously the sword. If you know or have one, show off your collection to me as well. If you want me to talk about any anime like that with you, vintage, leave it in the comments. I might have something like this occasion, which is a rare piece. Leave it in the comments, subscribe to the channel, like it, activate notifications, share it. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Medium. If you want us to have another side or talk about something else, please leave it there in the comments as well. And Darkuburi, peace out.